I'm back. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's been a minute. It has been a minute indeed. Um, but I have been wanting to come back to reaction videos for quite some time. Um, but I just haven't found the time or the ability to sit down and make a video. And this video hit my page. Um, um, on my following page, and I knew that I needed to sit down and make a reaction to it. Um, if you guys don't know, TFIL or the Overnight Channel are two channels that is owned by Elton Castee, and TFIL was his first one, if I'm not mistaken. And it was designed as it's literally called the Get List, right? And he put it together for the dreams of just a list of things that he wanted to do before kicking the bucket, end of life, we should say. And he had a whole list, and he wanted to videotape it. That quickly turned into just making trips, going to New Zealand, going to Australia, going to, you know, the middle of BFE and freaking Oklahoma or whatever. I can't remember exactly what state it was, but and it grew into this amazing channel, which is doing amazing for him. Um, and now he runs his own merch line, and he puts together trips for his fans to meet him at, and they spend a whole week and have a good time. And then he runs a channel called the Overnight Channel, which is paranormal investigating channel. This guy has every tool under the sun that you can think of. Yeah, he's done museums, he's done schools, penitentiaries, all just Queen Mary, that kind of stuff, and is always looking to do bigger and better paranormal investigations. Um, one of his really good people, one of the people that he worked on the videos with was Corey Shearer, ex Vine star who made it big on Vine, came over to TikTok, been doing some things on TikTok, came on and did this channel with him. Another person that Elton does videos with is they go around, they do a live on stage podcast called Haunted Homies, where it's him, Corey, and Matt Rife. I know a lot of y'all might know Matt Rife from all the TikToks y'all see of him stirring around. Absolute funny comedian. Much love to you, Matt Rife. You're hilarious. Doubt you'll ever see this video, but if you do, much love. Well, about a day ago, 2 days ago, Elton came out with a video calling the truth about Corey quitting. Now, there has been posts made that Corey did leave the Overnight Channel, and that Elton said in one of his overnight videos that when he got back home, because he was on a trip, that he would sit down and he would make a video explaining everything. And that's what this video is here. It's an hour long. So this is going to be a long video, so strap in. I do know, however, that at the time of this recording, there has been a response from Corey and a response from Elton to Corey's response. That's all I know of, which I will be reacting to those as well, so make sure you check out the other videos when they drop as well. But this is my comeback into. I've watched TFIL and Overnight for quite some time. I'm a big fan of their channels, and I'm going to give my opinions and my input to this whole drama. So, anyways, if you guys like the video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new around here. I'm gonna start posting content again. Mark my words, and we're gonna get back into this YouTube content. But for now, let's get into the video, shall we? Real quick, guys, before we continue the video, I have a quick word. We do have a sponsor for today's video and for future videos. Our sponsor for today is the Shoddy Shotgun Necklaces. Now, for my party animals out there, and for my country people out there, and for people who like to have a good time, have y'all ever shotgun a neck? If y'all ever shotgun something before, y'all know that getting the perfect hole in a shotgun can be very hard, and can be something that if you have not shotgunned multiple times in your life, then you could easily mess up. And you're always looking for a tool to shotgun, whether it's a knife, your keys, your tooth, um, the bottom of your shoe, like your cleat. You're always trying to find something to use to shotgun, right? Well, with the shoddy necklaces, it's a necklace that stays around your neck with really awesome pendants. We have really cool designs, and I absolutely love them. Use them all the time. I'm not wearing mine right now. I just haven't put it on yet for today. Um, and they're having a incredible outcome of necklaces. Probably the best shotgun tool in the game. And I've tried shoddy necklaces. I've tried the Kraken. My Kraken is right here. Um, but I prefer shoddy necklaces over the Kraken. It's a necklace. They have awesome designs. Everything from a welder to fishing to hunting to supporting EMS and police. And they've got a one that looks like a dripping diamond that I absolutely love. They have a Texas flag one. I believe they have a Canada one. And basically all you do is you just take a can, you punch it down in the bottom of the hole, and then you just push up, and it makes the perfect hole every time you want to shotgun a drink. So if you guys are into making TikToks about shotgunning, you want to be the life of the party, get this necklace. I promise you, you get this necklace and you practice shotgunning, you will be the life of the party. So if you're in a college dorm, you're always going to parties, you're always trying to figure out, hey, how do I become the life of the party? Get you a shoddy necklace, go out, practice shotgunning, and then go to the next party, shotgun a beer in front of everybody, and you will, I promise you, absolutely look like the life of the party. Um, I So shout out to Shoddy Necklaces for sponsoring today's video and all future videos. Um, they also they also sponsor my TikTok and my Twitch streams, and I do have a creator code for them. So if you use my code SouthernGamer01, you will get 15% off, which is a killer deal for them right now. Um, on necklaces. So go get your necklace. They also have apparel, which is hats and shirts and stuff like that. So if you want to go get you a hat, go get you a t-shirt. I think they have hoodies and stuff like that. Go show them some love. And yeah, let's get back into the video. Thank you, Shoddy, so much for sponsoring today's video, and let's do it.
All right. Well, hello everyone. This is not a video that I want to make at all, by any means, but it's absolutely a video that I need to. For me, I'll explain that later, but mainly, it's for all of you. I think it's absolutely fucked that I haven't said anything yet about this. I've held my tongue for a while. I actually filmed a video a few months ago, actually right after Suicide Forest, explaining everything, but I was so emotionally charged up that night that I was like, this should never go on the internet. So I decided to go, let's take a breather, let's bring it back. But at the end of the day, it's been eating at me every single day since this has happened because I haven't told you all. And in my opinion, It's a really shitty thing to do that I would like to apologize for not addressing sooner.
Now, yes, Suicide Force was where he was when he made the comment at the end of the video that he was going to sit down and make this video. From what I can best understand, I haven't followed the drama too closely, but what I best can understand is Corey left Overnight Channel about 7 months ago. And so then it is it has left all of the fans up in suspicion about where's Corey? What happened to Corey? What's going on with Corey? You know, why are you not doing investigations with Corey anymore? And so we've all been wondering, where's Corey? Well, not everyone, but I'll get into that later. Um, and so yeah, that's basically that. I mean, I do think it's very nice of him and it's very good of him to apologize and say, why haven't I not said something sooner? Because he's left us all in the dust, or all in the dark, I mean. And so, yeah, definitely good that he is admitting that he should have said something sooner. But yeah.
Um, because all of you, I'm assuming, have spent a decent amount of your life watching this channel or these
Yeah.
videos or TFIL videos or anything like that. And
I think if I recall, I've been watching TFIL and Overnight combined for like over 5 to 6 years.
you deserve to know what happened and to pretend as if nothing ever happened and everything's all good and fine and dandy and the universe is made of fucking rainbows and chocolate is bullshit and not the way this should be handled at all. So my goal tonight is to sit here and give you all of the information, everything that you could ever want to know about what happened and why genuinely I feel betrayed, heartbroken, bamboozled, whatever you want to fucking call it, et tu brute, knife in the fucking back. I'm going to explain it all, but I want to give you all the information because I want you to form your own opinion on everything. And also,
I will say I do like when people, whether they make a, explosion video, this is the truth kind of video, those kind of things. When they say, I want you to make your own opinion. I don't want you to base my opinion. Do not believe the same opinion I believe. You are your own person, make your own opinion. I like it when people do that because then they're showing that they don't want their fans to think like them, basically, and say like, we hate this person because I hate this person. I hate this person because, well, don't ever hate nobody. You should never hate no one. Don't hate any of the parties in this channel or that are involved. But it says I dislike. Don't dislike this person because I dislike this person. Dislike this person because what they did was fucked up, or whatever.
without all the information, it may not make sense, or you might be like, Elton, you're fucking overreacting, you're being a bitch. But when you have all the pieces together, I think you all can make your own, I don't know, conclusion. I also say, if you see me looking at papers, it's not a script. This is legitimately notes on fucking everything, so that way I can stay moderately on track. Because if you just let me rant and rant, I'm gonna get heated, I'm gonna get way too emotional, and I'll probably say some shit that I shouldn't say, and this is my way of staying on pace. Okay? Two things being said, I want to tell you this right now. Video's not monetized, completely turned off. I can say whatever the fuck I want, curse all I want, it doesn't matter. This isn't about views, this isn't about money, I don't give a fuck. This is about you guys and you knowing what happened, because I feel like as though you need closure. Also, legally, I'm saying this right now, legally, every single thing I say in this video, and I'm being as serious as I can right now, this is the only time I promise I'll be this serious, can be legally, factually proven in a court of law, under oath, under a lie detector test, with Not only receipts, but I got the whole fucking IRS bank vault full of information to.
Oh, this is deeper than I realized. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard they were drama, there was beef between them. I was like, this is probably just some best friend argument. He said, she said. Maybe Corey's girlfriend got involved, and yeah, who knows? But wow, this is something serious. All right, let's strap in, y'all. Let's go.
Prove every single thing that I am saying in this video, because I'm really, really tired of having people lie about me, and I just fucking take it. It sucks. I did 3 years of it. I did 3 years of hate and death threats for shit I never fucking did. And I finally said something, and boy oh boy was it a blessing when they reached out to help fix that. I'm not going through that again. Okay, serious part's over. With that being said, this breaks my heart. He was my best friend for 7 years, roughly. Okay? Roughly 7 years. Absolute best friend. He was there when I proposed. I had a groomsman box ready for him until he did what he did. And then now he's not in my wedding or even invited to my wedding. This sucks, okay? So whatever heartbreak you feel about him not being on the channel anymore, TFL or Overnight or Haunted Homies, trust me, it hurts a lot more, okay? I'm gonna try not to cry right now. This is the only second time I've ever talked about this out loud. It fucking sucks, okay? That's that. That's why I have this, so I can stay on track, okay? The other main thing here about giving you all closure and explaining everything is I genuinely am very afraid of him spreading lies. I've already seen a few things about him spreading misinformation here and there about me, things that aren't true, things that I'm hearing from people extremely close to me, and TikTok clips and all these different things, and I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. Now, whether he's lying intentionally or just doesn't know better, I don't know. Either way, it's not cool. The other
Now, I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen any clips, any TikToks, or anything about him spreading or talking about this. So, I mean, if you guys want to, link me some TikTok clips or whatever that talk about this before even all this went down, I'd be willing to check them out. I probably won't check them out on stream, but I'd be willing to check them out. Um, but I haven't heard. This video right here is the first time that I've heard anything. I did um watch the response videos, and I've watched this and I've watched the response videos but the this is my first time actually sitting down and putting my input on it, basically. And when I said I've watched it, I half-assed watched it. I watched it while I was at work. So, like, yeah.
other thing is, I have been on the other side of this exact situation when he left another channel, similar in content to mine. Probably know what I'm talking about. And when that happened, there was a lot of slander that was going around, a lot of crazy shit he was telling me. And because he was my friend, I believed him. And I believed him for years and years and every single thing he told me. And since this has happened, I've had plenty of time, lots of months, to reach out to those people and lots of other people throughout time and find out all of it was fucking bullshit. It was made up, magical, fairy tale shit. None of it's true. And the thing is, I was always asking to be like, can you prove it? And I was always getting these wishy-washy answers, but I believed him. Because he's my friend. Why wouldn't you believe your friend? And
Very true.
it sucks because I feel as though I ruined quite a few friendships over the years because I trusted him and never gave the benefit of the doubt to ask and be like, hey, is this fucking real? And I think a part of it is because I was also afraid maybe that it wasn't. And if I found out it was a lie, then that would be the end of that friendship. That's whatever. Here's where I go ranty and I go off track. So let's stay on pace here. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, okay? I'm not going to give any examples at all.
Yeah. I kind of know what the deal is. If you guys know, you know. If you don't, Honestly, at this point, you could probably go online and find research about it, but yeah,
of what was said, because fuck that.
it's not my place to say nothing.
It wasn't true, so I'm not here to start rumors. That's bullshit. That'd be insane of me to accuse one and then do the same thing. Pot calling kettle black. Whatever. Not
Very
doing that.
true.
Let me just say it was some shit that if you understood what was said, you'd be like, yeah, fuck those people forever, which would explain why you probably saw me throw little jabs here and there, and there's a bunch of other stuff, non-social media people related, that I was like, can't be friends with you anymore. It sucks. I feel really bad about it. I've reached out since. I've said sorry. I probably owe a few more apologies. Yeah, and all that shit that happened led to me getting a lot of hate and death threats and more rumors and Elton this and Elton that, and I'm like, what the fuck did I mean, I kind of know what I did because I was kind of instigating here and there. Anyways, we're getting off track. Here we go. Back on the thing. You get what I'm saying? Okay, I'm pissed about that whole situation. I don't like it. I don't want that to happen to me ever again. So that's a huge reason for making this video. I'm gonna set everything perfectly straight and clear and forward, so there is no room for any lies or fabrication or manipulations or exaggerations to be said about what happened in this situation, okay? Because again, I just want this all to go away, dude. I just wanna make the videos on the Overnight channel the best I can for you. I want to make the videos for TFIL the best I can and for you. I want to keep Haunted Homies going. I poured my entire life into YouTube and to content and to making videos, and I just cannot stand to see another time where one person could plausibly throw a wrench in the fucking works and destroy the things that I've tried doing, okay? I'm a good person, whether you all might realize that or think that or not from the videos, and sometimes I seem a little dicky and edgy in the videos, which I'll also explain why that happened. It's never my choice. It's just shit that happens, which we'll explain. Okay. And the last key thing I wrote here, because I want to be extremely super fucking clear about this if I wasn't already, again, no hate. I think I already said that earlier. Please, fucking keep your opinion, form your opinion, keep it yourself. Don't spread any hate on any of his socials or any of other people related to him socials. Anything. You're watching this video, take it in. Sure, text your friend.
It's a real shame that he said this because since this has been happening, right? Since this video's been made, responses have been made, responses to the responses have been made. I've seen a ton of hate, but I've seen about 95% of the hate come from people who support Corey hating on Elton, saying that he's narcissistic behavior, that he is treating people like shit, that he shouldn't be even doing this. This is childish behavior. The man's coming on here to defend his name, right? Corey has been saying things. People have been saying things. He just wants to give us the truth. That's the way I see it. That's coming from my point of view, you know?
And talk about it with someone. I don't give a fuck, but don't fucking spread hate. Please, don't do that. Cannot make this any more clear. Do not spread hate. The guy that summons demons says, please do not spread hate. Thank you. I'm trying to make this jokey so it doesn't feel so fucking weird. Okay. Here's the first thing I'm getting accused of. And we're going to go through the whole thing. I'm going to try and make this fast, okay? I apologize. I just don't want to edit this video. I really don't. I just want to film it, click upload, and go. I've been accused of not paying people, which is insanity. I have paid people since the very first day. TFIL, New Zealand, Sam Colby, and Corey. After the trip was over, I got a brand deal that put me in the profit. As soon as that ever happened, where I was like, oh shit, we made money on a trip, everyone started getting paid, which is almost the inception of the channel. Pretty damn near close. Everyone has always been paid. Everyone gets paid to like the most extreme level that I can. I care more about paying everyone else on the team than I give a fuck about me getting paid, because frankly, I maybe made some crypto investments a long time ago and I'm like, I'm okay. That's a side thing. I value every.
I mean, hey, the crypto deals, you played them just right. You could make some good money on it. Um, yeah, I don't see why this has been a problem. There's been multiple times on the TFI videos that I can think of off the top of my head where he literally has just given money out. If I can think off the top of my head, there's a video where they stayed at a amusement park, I believe, Don't quote me on that. But he literally turned around and gave Corey like 10 grand. Cash. Cold cash. Hard cash. And you can go find that for yourself if he still, has the video up. I'm sure he does. Wouldn't see why he'd take it down. There's times where, he gives people cold hard cash. There was one time I remember off the top of my head, he did a challenge. The person wins like 200 grand. The person got 200 grand.
Everyone else and their income significantly more than my own. I'm going to go into details specifically on how much people do get paid. Okay? But I just want to let you know that. Okay, and again, that's overnight people get paid, TFIL people get paid, Haunted Homies, everything, top to bottom. Okay, you go on a TFIL trip, all expenses paid, everything, flights, hotels, meals, activities, transportation. I plan everything, I do everything, and you also get paid to be there. It's roughly $2,500 a week, give or take.
Now, I will say I have done my own a little investigating about this. I reached out to a really good friend of mine who's actually been on one of those TFIL trips. I'd love to go myself, right? I've always wanted to go to one of those myself. But I said, hey, I texted him on Discord and I said, hey, you went on one of these trips. Is all this true? Did what got paid? What did you have to pay for? Stuff like that. He said, bro, everything, it was basically like a luxury holiday for me. We got fed, we got watered, we got, drinks. We got, if we were of age, we wanted alcoholic drinks. We were able to do that. Um, we got our hotel paid for. We stayed the night. We did good. Everything was good. If we went and did activities. Our cover charge was paid for. Everything was just above and beyond. Like he said, honestly, it just felt like a luxury holiday. So if my friend's telling me, hey, this is what it is, who am I to believe, that it's otherwise, said otherwise? So I kind of had some inside scope on that.
Some trips are a little bit more intense, some are less, some are whatever. You can do the math on $2,500 a week to travel and get paid to travel. It's pretty decent, but that's peanuts compared to what pay was getting done for overnight. Keep that in mind. Cool, fun stuff here. Okay. Yeah. So, again, everything I'm giving you is information that you need for the end of this. And again, sorry, my emotions are all over the place on this one. I'm not really enjoying filming this. The Overnight Channel, TFIL, all of them. I run everything, top to bottom, all of it. There are some people that help with research and little things like that, like Ginger, my fiance, soon to be wife, little things like that. But as far as finding locations and paranormal equipment and experts and just ideas and like all the different people we work with, and then of course flights, paying for locations, hotels, transport, meals, all of that, editing, post-production, hard drives, right? Every single little piece of overnight, I do. And everyone knows I'm always asking for help, okay? And here's a fucking crazy thing. If you have ever, like, tweeted me a location or DM'd me a location or anything like that, you have sent me, even just one location, you have sent me infinitely more locations than Corey ever did. I'm gonna let that one sit there for a second because
Now, when I heard this for the first time, I was like, man, that's kind of insane. So, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of in the middle on that because, yeah, I think, you know, if you're going to be part of the channel, putting your own input and your own locations and own details in it is very important because, y'all need to come together and think of, okay, we need to go to this penitentiary. We need to go to this abandoned high school. We need to go to this abandoned church. We need to go to this abandoned museum and that kind of stuff.
again, I could go through every single text message, every possible thing you could ever imagine. There was never a time, ever, where he was like, hey, this location would be cool. Okay? And trust me, there was never a time where he's ever like, this location would be cool and here's the website and how to book it. There might have been a time where he suggested like the Great Pyramids of Giza. That doesn't count. That's not a rational, here's a physical place we could go investigate right this year without getting infinite amounts of government approval. Okay? Never suggested a location. Never once was like, hey, I found this super cool new ghost tool. We should get it. We should try it. Never found anything. Never once found like a paranormal expert and was like, hey, this person seems cool. We should go film with them. We should reach out to them. Nothing like that ever happened with someone who says they are absolutely dedicated, right, to finding proof of the paranormal. That's what I say. That's what we agreed on for the channel. Never once, ever, factually, court of law, I can prove this, okay? Never fucking happened. That's the level of involvement I want to make sure you all understand as far as my workload versus his. His is non-existent, okay? We are both on camera at the same time. We both do equal work there. That's a wash. Everything else, you can see the balance is tipping. I just can't stress that enough that for like 5 years, that's how this went down, okay? And here's the other thing. This is an important one, because this is where you get, sometimes see me in videos go, Elton, you're being kind of little shithead. Everyone always knows where we're going, when we're going.
Now, when he says he's being kind of a shithead, let me elaborate a little bit. There are times where, you know, I do think that there's, it's like, whoa, okay, Elton, maybe not, but, um, like some of the examples I can think of off the top of my head is like they'll go to a location and they're like, okay, so you're going to this location by yourself with strapped up and you can do it, you'll do it. And he kind of pushes his friends to kind of do things outside what would seem like their limit. But, I live, for me, that's kind of hard because I live on a theory that on a what's the right word I'm thinking of, like, I'm living on a belief. I live on a belief that if you don't push yourself out of your comfort zone at some points, you'll never live life. So, like, you know, the fact that, you're like, I'll stick with you. I'll watch some cameras. You know, I'll take some pictures, that kind of stuff. You're never going to experience much. You need to get out there. You need to be like, put me in that dark hole. Let me investigate. And let's get into it.
How we're getting there, and if there's any experts joining us, or if there's any like weird ideas I want to try. Forever and always, everyone always knows. Queen Mary possession. I texted everyone going, hey, I have this idea. I could bring these witches. They can do a voluntary possession and B340. You guys cool with it? They all go, yes, right? Always, forever. If we ever agreed to go alone in a location, we agreed to it. That's why towards the ends of the videos with him, you would start seeing us agree on camera, because a lot of times he would agree to shit, and then when we get to location, he'd be like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. And then that's where you start to see me get a little pushy, because I'm like, what do you mean you don't want to do it? We planned this whole thing. They flew all the way here to do this. These people drove all the way here to do. These people are getting paid to be here to do this. I don't get it. Now you want to back out, like, and even small things like, for example, the Dybbuk box, which is actually literally right here. Everyone knew there was a Dybbuk box. Everyone knew that, right? Like, yeah, the big reveal looks scary, it's cool, but they always like, are we cool if I bring a huge haunted item with a bunch of other haunted items in it, and we open each one each night of the trip, right? That's another prime example. I told them it was a big Dybbuk because they were like, what is it? I was like, big Dybbuk box with a bunch of little Dybbuk boxes in it. And we're all like, well, the Dybbuk boxes are trapped, and then the Dybbuk box is trapped, so it's fine. And everyone was like, cool. And then what happens? Everyone's like, nah, we shouldn't do it. And I'm like, okay, at a certain point, I'm like, all right, whatever. You're doing this for the video. You're trying to show that you're afraid. But then at a certain point, you're like, wait, no, are we actually not doing this? And then I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, do you know how expensive all these were to get? Some of them were shipped in from like South Africa and Europe, Italy, right? Like all this. And now I'm confused and I have this whole idea, right? So again, that's where you start to see a little frustration from me in some of these videos. And that happens a lot and a lot and a lot. And then it starts to happen more on a severe scale. Okay? Again, important thing to know, but they're my friends. I don't understand it. I try and move on. I try and pivot. I go, okay, let's fucking focus on the investigation. I don't know. But again, I'm the one.
A big consensus I'm kind of picking up here is Elton really bit his tongue on a lot of things because they were his friends. He wanted to keep the friendship around, which I totally understand. I can't tell you how many times I bit my tongue on so much stuff thinking I was going to lose a friendship, and I didn't want to lose that friendship. So, I just let them do their thing, use me. I give them money, give them stuff, but there's times where one of the biggest things that has always happened to me is people will say, "Hey, can I borrow $20? I'll pay you back on Friday. I just need $20 to get me something to eat so that way I can before my check comes in." Cool. One of my biggest things is I want to make sure my friends can eat. I give them $20. Friday rolls around. Hey, where's my $20? Hey, my check was kind of short. I got you next check. Next check rolls around. There's always an excuse. I bit my tongue. I didn't want to lose my friendships. So I kind of understand where he's coming from, right? Bite your tongue. People won't say shit. Move on. Just try to sweep it under the rug like nothing happened.
One who is in charge of these videos. I'm the one who like paid for the location and paid for us to get there, and I pay Evan to film, and I pay everyone to be there. Like, I'm the one going, what the fuck? Like, we have to make a video here,
Yeah.
and ideally we have to make a good enough video because things were getting more and more expensive. And then that's where you start to see me kind of like internalize and panic, and I can't figure it out, and it just gets a little fucky,
Yeah.
and that's like my burden. Like, there was never any respect there from him about like what we agreed to, and then him knowing that it just okay. I think you're starting to understand the picture now. Because of the money topic and all that, you have to also understand some of the negative impacts that were happening on the channel. A key one, and I'm not going to go into details on this, is that collabs were kind of next to impossible, because a lot of the times, I'm gonna figure out how to phrase this the right way, because it has to be correct. I have to phrase this in a way where it's vague enough because I'm not trying to throw other people under the bus, but also in a way where it's like truthful. Here's what I'll say. I'll just make it simple because it's whatever, it's truthful, and I'm not going to drop names. Collabs are damn near impossible because he was always talking shit on everyone. Always. Like what I said, when there was an exit from another channel, it wasn't a peaceful. It was like, you know what I mean? A lot of talking shit. Other people that he would film with afterwards would be like, fuck them, fuck this, blah, blah, blah. Again, I'm not going to give examples because I'm not trying to stir up shit. And again, I also don't believe any of it's true. But in my head, I'm going, okay, well, then we're never going to film with them if that's what you're saying. That doesn't make sense. So you don't like them. I don't get why, if you don't like them yet, you're still doing this with them. But okay, you know what I mean? But in my head, it's just like, I don't pretend to like people. I'm all about being extremely overly blunt and honest. So
Yeah. I think that's one thing I liked about Elton was that just like me, straight blunt and honest. Like, if I don't like you, you're gonna know. And if I vibe with you, I'm gonna fuck with you, Like one of the biggest things that I do to people that I like, you know, that I actually like is I like to mess with them, right? One of the biggest things I like to do is I will, without crossing boundaries, of course, I will not pick on them. Pick on them makes it sound bad, but like I'll mess around with them and stuff like that. Um, and we laugh about it, and I tell people all the time, if I didn't mess with you, I didn't like you, you know. Or I'll tell people like, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't even talk to you, right? Me talking to you is an indication like, hey, I at least get a good vibe from you, right? And so I don't sit there and I don't fake liking people. If I like you, I like you. If I don't, I'm not gonna talk to you, and you're gonna know it. And I'm probably gonna tell you to leave me the fuck alone.
So that got difficult. But there were a few people that I was friends with first, like Josh and Dan, that I was like, no, like, we're going to keep filming them. You know what I'm saying? That's a big hindrance to a channel in a community that I consider the paranormal community.
Yeah.
And it's hard to be involved in the community when one half is like, meh, fuck the community. It's very weird, okay? That's where I'm leaving it. Again, I have all the receipts. So please don't make me actually fucking publicize everything that was said. Just let's leave it there. Then, here's where it starts to get really shitty. In 2023, the entirety of 2023, there was no reliability. He kept quitting. Kept quitting. And those are the ones on camera. Those are the ones literally on camera that he kept quitting. Those aren't the ones that, like, by the way, on camera on YouTube. Then there's videos on Patreon that basically not a part. And then there's the videos that we just never even filmed because he was just like, I'm just not feeling it. He's like, I'm just not up to it tonight. I'm just feeling tired. And I'm like, cool. So we just like flew halfway across the country and rented a car and everyone's getting paid to be here. And you're just like kind of tired. And at that point, I didn't have like the confidence to just like film without him. And also I didn't want it to be like a weird thing. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's my choice. I should have just fucking committed to it. But also that's my friend. And my friend's saying he's not tired. He's not into it. I'm like, all right, well, let's just get to a better hotel and let you rest for the next night, right? So then you start having that thought process. So again, in 2023, I'm pulling the exact numbers. I looked this up. 2023, we only did 19 nights of ghost hunts for YouTube videos. 19, that's it. 2 of those nights he quit early. Hill House, which you saw, and Sweet Spring Sanatorium. Actually, it's 18 because Suicide Bridge was filmed technically in January. Anyways, we're still gonna count it. Okay, 2 of those nights he quit early. Then we have 3 nights that he fully canceled. Fully canceled, which means the location was paid for, everything was paid for, and he was like, nah, not into it. Again, keep all this in mind because apparently money was a fucking issue, but, not that much. We don't give a shit about it. Now, here's where I think things took a pretty heavy turn. And granted, everything I'm going to tell you, this is the first time I'm ever saying any of this publicly. The people that were involved in it all know this. The people that were involved in it all will 1,000,000% for sure on their life testify.
I I do want to add that the I'm a big advocate of, if you make plans, you go. The only thing that should stop you from attending those plans is if something emergency comes up, you can't get off for work, or if you're just like stuck out of town. I one of my prime examples is I a prime example of this would be, I am the host, I'm the owner, I'm the admin, I'm the moderator, whatever you want to call it, of a Pokemon Go page here in my town. I host meetups, events. I get people together and we do meetups and we do raids and we do catch Pokemon and we do all this other stuff like the in-game events. Out of all the events I have hosted, this coming up Sunday will only be, I think I've hosted something like 10 events. This coming up Sunday will be the second event that I cannot attend. The first, what happened Not this last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before. Work would not get me off. I need to go to work. I need to make money. That's understandable. This Sunday, I will be out of town. I will physically be out of town. I will not be in this town. So I will not be able to do it. Thankfully, I have an amazing mod team, admin team, and someone on the admin team is going to be hosting the event for me so I can still keep the events going for my crew. But I told them, like, hey, I'm not going to be there, but please go and have fun without me. I will be playing the game in San Antonio. That's where I'm going. Um, and we'll play remotely. But yeah, I'm a big advocate on you make plans, you attend those plans, right? Unless you just physically can't. Which to me it sounds like here he could have made those plans, he just didn't want to, and that's not a good enough reason.
That this is the truth, and there are additional proof beyond just testimony that this is all truth, and on their life testify that this is the truth, and there are additional proof beyond just testimony that this is all valid as well. Okay? In those nights, I did not count the Warren charity live stream. You know that thing that we did last year that raised a little over $500,000 for Feeding America?
Yep.
That took me 2 months of planning, not like
Now, for you guys who may not have watched the overnight channel, what he's talking about is Elton, Corey, Jay, a few other. I can't think off the top of my head. They took 5 days. They were wanting to go for a whole week, and maybe even I think he talks about how wanting to go for 10 days. But they took 5 days and stayed in the Warren Museum where the real life, the actual Annabelle doll is encased. And they uh, stayed the night and live streamed the whole entire night. And I think the live streams are still up. You can still go see them. But even through technical difficulties, 40-degree weather, all that stuff, they stayed 5 nights.
2 months. Wow, no, like every single day for 2 months. Like a long time to figure out how to pull up a live stream, get a motorhome wire. There's a lot of BTS that people don't know about, like how difficult that stream was. And it was pretty expensive to do too, to get a motorhome, get everyone there, and like pay for the location. You know what I mean? Like things like that, and equipment and malfunctions and marketing and lots of fun stuff. So if anyone tuned into that live stream, you know it was supposed to be roughly 7 total days to do the stream.
Yep.
That's kind of what we agreed to because we knew the goal was to hit $666,000 raised, $100,000 every time. That's one night. Do the math. One night's guaranteed. You have 6 nights, right? 7 nights. You start weird days, 7 days, 7 nights, something like that. That's what we guaranteed to. That was what we promised to each other. We were even considering going up to 10 days. It was a real consideration. And everyone at the Warren Museum was mad chill, and they're like, go as long as you want. It's a charity fundraiser. Do it. We don't care. And I was like, cool. And then what happens? He quits. Some of you are watching and going, nah, I thought he got sick. Here's the information I will give you. Factual information. Man, the morning after, right? Not even 24 hours in, all of a sudden, not feeling too good. That's what happened at Conjuring House, what happened at Sweet Springs, what happened at a bunch of other spots. Not feeling too good. Okay, cool. It's cold, we get it, it's winter, there's no heat on. All right, sleeping on the floor, I get it, I'm there. Cool, maybe. But, and a lot of you were commenting this, which was really interesting because everyone on the behind the scenes of the stream, like that was Big J and Evan and Ginger that were running it, were like seeing all these comments going, wow, so many people are catching on. Now, if you spent 2 months knowing that you were going to do a charity live stream, in a museum, sleep in the museum. All of this is acknowledged. It might be cold. It's, it's October, it's winter, it's fall. And a lot of money and time has been spent into this, and this charity is like aware of it, and there's a lot of different things going on, and all of a sudden you start to feel a little, not great. I would imagine that your first instinct would be to like, ooh, we should like maybe take some medicine or hot tea, or let's figure this out.
I do that even if I don't do a charity live stream. You don't feel good, you want to take medicine so you feel good. You're in pain. When you're sick, you're in pain. Even if it's just allergies, or if it's just your common cold, or it's it's the flu or COVID or whatever. You're in pain when you're sick. Your nose hurts, your head hurts, your chest hurts, whatever it may be. You're uncomfortable. Medicine is cured to make that is cure to make that comfortable, to make you out of pain. So, it's a given to take medicine.
But everyone was like, hey, you should take some medicine or hot tea or something else. But instead, what happened was they were secretly postmating McDonald's and broccoli cheddar soup from, what the fuck, Panera Bread. There you go, that's the name of it. Panera Bread, right? When everyone's like, hey, dude, those are probably the worst things you could be eating right now. Why are you doing that? You should be taking medicine or anything like this to go in there and feel better.
I know the one thing that I hate the most when I'm sick is McDonald's. Now, I'm a little biased right now because I work at McDonald's. So, McDonald's period to me is just ugh. But even when I didn't work at McDonald's, if I got sick, I didn't want McDonald's. Now, granted, I'm not a soup person, so I didn't want soup either. But like I'd get like light, bland, like noodles, pasta, stuff that was bland, that was light, that was not heavy. McDonald's is heavy with all the salt and all the fat in it, all the carbs in it. It's heavy. You don't want that when you're sick because then if it comes back up, I'm gonna tell you right now. There was one time I can think. I literally the story just hit me like a brick wall. There was one time where I got. It wasn't McDonald's. I think it was like Whataburger, which if you guys from my people over in UK and stuff like that don't know what Whataburger is, it's the best burger hands down in Texas without a doubt. Um, and I'll put my money on that. Um, okay, right. So I think I ordered Whataburger because I was just, you know what? I was craving Whataburger. I didn't care. I was sick. I wanted Whataburger. Um, so I ordered Whataburger. Got there. I got the um crispy chicken, like the chicken tender barbecue, the honey barbecue chicken tender sandwich, right? With a large Dr Pepper and fries, right? Ate it. Everything seemed to be going okay. I was like, oh my god, this is so good. Everything seemed to be going good. Bro, let me tell you, I ended up it came back up later. I never want to experience fried chicken coming up. It's chicken tenders coming up like that, or the fries coming up. Oh my god, bro. I was in so much pain. I could never do that. Never again. So yeah, no. Literally fast food is probably the worst decisions to do when you're sick. So, him saying this makes me think, why were you really sick?
But instead, it was just more time spent in the motorhome, which is where the hub was, doing that, and then just like coming in and being like, I don't feel good. Yet, what they weren't aware of is that there were people that saw him outside totally fucking normal, fine, like no issue. And then all of a sudden it's, so that's a cool, fun thing that I've been holding on to for a while. And that fucking sucked because there was nothing more I wanted to do than hit the fundraiser goal. To hit $666,000 raised, I wholeheartedly believe we could have hit $1 million. And that would have been insane. Because $1 million would have been 10 million meals for feeding America and all this. And we all, like, fucking, all of you that were tuning in, that were watching, that were donating, spent all of your time. And then you firsthand got to experience what I've been experiencing for over a year, which is just like, man, I don't really care that much, I guess. And yeah, you might be like, I'm scared. Cool. Happens all the time. We know what we're signing up for, though. You know, we had all the protection in the world, spiritually. We even had real security there, too, in case anyone tried to, like, SWAT us or people tried to trespass. We had real security. We had spiritual security with everyone there. Okay, I'm not trying to drag in the people over at the Warren Museum, right? Because
You know, it's crazy that he said something about he had real security because in case he got swatted. I think somebody tried to swat the stream, if I remember correctly. I think somebody like actually tried to swat, get the stream swatted. Which that's a whole nother topic. I'm not even gonna get into about swatting live streamers. I think it's absolutely bogus and BS and stupid, and people who do that should be tracked and arrested.
but
Anyways, that's a whole other topic. I'm not gonna get into right now. Um. So yeah, that's my opinion. And yes, I did see the live stream at the end where he was constantly complaining about feeling sick, not feeling well. I did see that. I did watch the live stream. The live stream was, other than that, was overall just a pretty good live stream. I enjoyed it. Um, I think now I can see why at the live stream at the very end Corey or Elton pushed so hard to let the War Museum owners open the case that the real Annabelle doll was in, because he wanted something. He wanted to end on a good note after Corey was doing all this, and he wanted to give us content, which now I kind of understand and see.
everything was there. Every consideration was made. What are you afraid of? Cool. We'll have this there. What else do you need? Cool. We'll have that there. What else are you afraid? Everything was taken care of. Everything was cleared. We agreed to all of it. Okay? And that fucking sucked. It sucked so bad. And here's the shittiest part too. If any of you even donated a penny, unless I'm wrong, I could be wrong here, but I never saw it and I asked, so unless he lied to me, if you
I do believe I have donated a little bit. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head how much I donated, but if I remember correctly, I did donate a little bit. I think it was something like $20, $30, but it was still something.
donated even a penny, you donated more than he did. Isn't that fucking crazy? Your own charity live stream event and nothing. Some of you might be like, but he donated his time. So did I. So did I. I also donated my time. I was also there. I wasn't getting paid to be there. I paid to be there. And yet I still donated $15,000-ish of my own money, right? And I also paid for the entire thing to be set up. And my hope was that when we edited the whole live stream down and uploaded it as a YouTube video, maybe it would hit like 3 million views. And if it did, I would break even, right? It didn't. It has like 640,000 views, something in that ballpark. Okay, so whatever. I took all the money, not all the money, but I took a majority of the money I made from Haunted Homies and I put it into the charity bank. So I was like, wow, it's really crazy that I made money, Haunted Homies, getting to do something really insanely fun. Let's put it back into charity. Okay, because at the end of the day, genuinely, I really don't give a fuck about money. Money to me is just whatever. You get Mr. Beast mentality. It's the same thing, but I'm just a way shittier version. Okay, that's that. Whatever happened there. Oh, that's my dog just scared the shit out of me. He just went out right outside the window. Looks like a fucking wolf. Okay. Yeah. That's what happened there. And again, I bit my tongue. I didn't say shit. I was like, let me just fucking do this stream. And if you were there, you saw I pushed as hard as I could, reading up names and donations and everything else. Also, every single guest that joined the stream, except for Jake Weber, was from me. I asked him to help to get guests to join the stream because getting guests to join the stream would help bring in new viewers and more donations. Same thing there. I think we had, I'm not like perfectly on track, but I think around 20 guests. 19 were for me, one from him, and I think even the one from him was me being like, hey, can we ask, please? Like, that'd be super cool if he could do it. So even on that
I will say he did a very good job, very very good job. I did, him talking about this and stuff like that. I did want to point out that for people who watch the live stream, I don't know, he may be Elton may be thinking this kind of covers that, but I do want to point that out. Most of the time when they sat down, they read out names. It was Elton reading out names. Corey was just sitting there being kind of like, "Thank you," saying about the names who Elton already read off. But Corey didn't sit down. He didn't say, "Yo, thank you for buying this. Thank you for buying that. Thank you for donating. Thank you for donations. Thank you for donations." You fed this many people with your donation. He didn't do that. 95 to 97%, yeah, if not, I wouldn't even be surprised if 100% of it was Elton sitting down in a chair or on the, whatever, sitting there going, "Yo, John Doe, thank you for the 100 donations. That feeds 10 people. Yo, we just bought a new pack. We just sold another pack." Because they were giving away like packs and stuff like that. And yo, he was sitting there doing the donations. He was being a streamer, and he was being involved with the audience. And Corey didn't want to do it.
contribution of a scale, nothing was there. Okay, and again, full discretion, he did not get paid to do the charity stream. Okay, so maybe that's why he was like, I'm not getting paid. I don't give a fuck about this. I don't know. It's a fucking charity event, dude. I'm pretty sure most people don't get paid for a charity event. I don't know, but I also didn't get paid to be there, right? So that's a whole thing. That is not great. That pissed me off. And now I'm just vocalizing that. What else is here? Cool. Here's the actual money thing. Again, because apparently this is the big reason, hearsay, that he didn't stay with the channel or whatever. It's the only thing that makes sense because I was nothing less than a fucking great friend. And I'm going to absolutely get into that, and I will die standing on that hill of I was the absolute best friend you could ever fucking want to him. Other than like some of the common interests that we don't have, right? But as far as like an actual spiritual, emotional, motivational friend, I feel like I was always the best person I could have ever been for him, to him. Anything he wanted to accomplish, I never was like, oh, dude, that's unachievable. If he had this crazy dream or something, I was never like, nah, dude. I was like, cool, maybe we could try this. Or if you want, I could probably introduce you to that person. Or you want to start that company? Well, hey, I actually know these people that do that. Oh, you want to ship this thing? We'll actually have a shipping person. Do you want it? Like, I did not. All I fucking want from anyone, especially like my friends, is the best they can ever have. You have no idea how happy I am, and I don't think I've ever gone on record saying this, but other than with Matt, everyone that I have seen gain success around me brings me more joy than any amount of success I can ever have. Okay? Seeing Matt, like the dude that I met via Twitter because he loved paranormal and would go to Cerro Gordo and Cecil, become a fucking superstar. Dude, it's incredible. Sam and Colby being like elite level creators now, making monstrous things, getting fucking eliminated by Logan Paul in a briefcase thing. You know what I mean? Like all of that was just insane to see. So even seeing old roommates have like incredibly successful podcasts, dude, I love it. And I won't let anyone try and critique my character in terms of like how much I do care about my friends. Sometimes I show it in like hey, let's fucking do this because I have this mentality that life is very, very short. And if you want to accomplish something, you should do it now. And I try and push people to chase after those dreams. Some people do it right away, other people don't. It is what it is. But that's the personality I have. Okay? So,
Seems fair enough.
with all that being said, I care about my friends. I care about their finances. I have this I feel like a very good work kind of mindset of like, here's value and trying to pay people as much as I can. So let's do this because again, this is written down to a T. At the end of the day, and again, tax receipts and everything else needed to prove it, he made more money than me on overnight. He'll tell you otherwise. He'll absolutely probably tell you otherwise because he actually have no way of knowing because he's never asked. He's never actually asked how much it costs to make a single video. I don't even think he knows how much most of the locations cost. I don't think he knows that Queen Mary was actually like $13,000 to be there because all of a sudden I already paid the Queen Mary and then I had to get this permit and that permit and then I got stuck and there was no way to back out. Probably doesn't know that, okay? Makes more than me on overnight. Genuinely, makes more, okay? He was getting an average of $1,500 per night. And I also wrote that sometimes he was quitting 2 hours in, but he would still get the same amount, okay? The math on that is 10,000.
Ah, hell no. Hang on. So you mean to tell me that there was a money problem?
$500 a week to go sell.
Wait. Go back. So you mean to tell me that there was a money problem for somebody who was getting paid $1,500 a night to go ghost hunt and make YouTube content? And if he quit 2 hours early, he still got the 1,500. Bro, Corey, I know you're never gonna see this video, but if for some reason you rarely do, let me let you in a little insight, right? Hi, I know you don't know me. My name is Southern. Call me Southern. I work at McDonald's, right? We make $12 an hour. $12 an hour, and that's not even the minimum wage here in Texas. Minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. I make maybe well, simple. Let's do 12 times 8. That's what? 96. I make $96 before taxes in a night. And if I go home 2 hours early, you can drop that down from 8 hours to 6 hours. So I would go from $96 to $72 in a night. In a night. And I have to flip hamburgers. I have to deal with rude customers. I have to deal with coworkers who don't know how to do their job, managers who are assholes, who don't deserve the position that they're in. All that stuff. But I get up. I may say I don't want to go to work because I don't want to put up with the bullshit. But I get up. I put my pants on. I put my my McDonald's jersey on. Put my little cap on. And I go to work. I do my 8-hour shift. 8-hour shift. I don't even think it would take y'all that long to make a video. Maybe it does because y'all stay till like some nights y'all stay for quite a lot of hours. But I don't know how long y'all truly stay on a video shoot or what. But 8 hours. I go for 8 hours and I stand there and I deal with these customers, these coworkers, and these managers. And I come home and I go to bed. I turn around and I do it the very next day. For 5 days, because I get 2 days off a week. 5 days straight. I go in at $12 an hour and flip hamburgers for 8 hours straight. Because it's what I got to do to make an honest living. I would love, trust me, if you want to switch positions, hit my line right now. I will 1000% switch positions with you. Because to make $1,500 a night to go with my friends and create content, when I've said multiple, at least more than 3 hands amount of times that I want to make content creation a full-time thing, bro, I would dream about making $1,500 a night. So, to sit there and say that you make $1,500 a night a video and then you're bitching about it, I don't know. It's wild to me. But let's get back into the video because we're just rambling at this point.
2 hours in, but he would still get the same amount. Okay. The math on that is $10,500 a week to ghost hunt with your friends if you're doing it 7 nights a week.
$10,000. I'm gonna get in on this rant again. $10,000 a week. Okay, take $96 a night times 5 because I don't work for 2 days. I get 2 days off a week times 5. That's 9 times 5 is 45. 6 times 30. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think. Okay, let's pull up a calculator, because so I work 8 hours at $12 an hour. That's $96. Take $96 times 5. That's $480 a week. A week, and you mean to tell me you're making 10? What do you say? 10 grand?
$10,500 a week.
$10,500 a week. That is 10,500 divided by 480. That is 21 times more, almost 22 times more that he was making than your average person like me. The average worker around here in Texas makes about 15 an hour. So let's do it. Let's do some math real quick, right? 15 an hour. And the shift is usually 8 hours. So times 8. That's 120 hours. 120 within a day before taxes. Times 5, because usually you get about 2 days off. That's $600 a week. $600 a week. Or yeah, a week. $600 a week. Right? We take 10,500 divided by 600. That's 17.5. You make 17.5 times more than about the average person here in Texas. I'm a big believer on do not bitch, because it could totally be worse. It could totally be worse, Corey.
To ghost hunt with your friends if you're doing it 7 nights a week. But he would still get the same amount. Okay? The math on that is $10,500 a week to ghost hunt with your friends if you're doing it 7 nights a week. Okay? And if you did that every single day, that's $500,000 a year to ghost hunt with your friends. And remember, I explained this, he doesn't have to do any work. No cameras, no location, no driving, no booking flights, no checking into hotels, no even trying to figure out meals, no offloading footage, no editing, no post-production, no notes, no thumbnails, no anything at all. Just show up and ghost hunt. And in the early days, it was like, sometimes we'd spend like 8 hours or stay fully overnight to be there. And if you notice, the channel stopped staying overnight. Because again, I only talked about 2023 and those times where he quit early. I could go all the way back to Hoy Bachu, where we all agreed to stay overnight in the forest, and then as we're walking in, it's all of a sudden we're not doing that. The reason why the overnight channel stopped staying overnight was literally because of him. Look at the Suicide Forest series.
Wow.
We were there overnight. One night we actually slept because we went to sleep at like 6 in the morning. The other ones we just went all the way until 7:30 in the morning. And the third night I was there on my own and all my gear got cooked. Otherwise I would have stayed longer. Okay? So you have that factor. It's pretty decent pay. Again, that's not per week, per night. Per night. It's a fucking lot. Okay?
Yeah.
And again, if there's plenty of times you can go on Patreon and see. There's plenty of videos where we get like absolutely no evidence at all. Nothing. It's not a good YouTube video, so I won't post it. Guess who takes the L? But who gets paid? I still have to pay for location, blah, 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 right? So none of those repercussions are his. I can't stress this enough. I feel like it's a pretty good fucking deal. And also, here's the other thing. Everyone gets paid like as soon as the trip's over. You know what I mean? Like once we're like...
Hey, Elton. Everybody who watches this video, send this little clip to Elton. You just lost someone, right? He dipped out. He left the channel. If you need someone to go and paranormal investigate with you, I will happily turn in an application. And you can push me to my furthest fear, and I will do it. Name it. Name it. I will do it. I have an attitude quite like yours, Elton, where I will do what it takes to get investigation and proof of the paranormal. I love the paranormal. So push me to my max. This is me telling you, come to Texas. We can go out, we can do an investigation, you can see how I am, and we'll take it from there. What do you have to lose? Right? You have nothing to lose. Now, I can't, obviously replace Corey on the friendship level that you had for him. But let's do this. I'm 100% down, bro. Say the word, and I will be out there. Or you can, come here. There's a location in my town that has a paranormal. It's a bridge. It has a paranormal backstory like crazy to it. And it's got like the whole talk about of like, if you turn your car off while sitting on the track, people will push you across the railroad track. I think it's a railroad track, not a bridge. I'd have to look up the story again. But let's go investigate that. Let's go. Investigate it. Name, time, place. I don't care. I will take the time off to come investigate with you. And let's take it from there. And I will happily come investigate with you. And I will have the utmost fun. So that's all I gotta say.
Like, okay, we did 10 nights. I go home and I go, cool, 10 nights. Here you go. Everyone gets paid immediately. But me, I still gotta edit it and get it up and post it. And sometimes it's months and months. And then you got this huge YouTube delay, right? And paying out. And that's if it even does well as a video. We've had so many flop lately. I take all the risk. Okay, again, that's part of it. So that's it. Yeah, I wrote that. Oh yeah, yeah. If you saw us switch down to a 2-person team for a little while, that was because he was kind of like, it'd be like kind of cool if like I could make more. And I was like, okay, well, technically if we go down to less people, I could pay more because then we have less flights and less hotels and less people to pay. And so we ended up going down to a smaller team because of that reason, which to me was like, it was cool. We made some good videos, but I love filming with my friends. I love it. It's like why I like doing this. Like, I don't think I would, if all I had to do was film solo videos for overnight, I wouldn't do it. It wouldn't be fun. I like filming with my friends because not only filming with my friends, it's like the dinners before and the fucking 5 a.m. check-ins to hotels where you're all delirious and loopy and getting the fucking zoomies and trying to scare the shit out of each other. That's the shit I love, right? I miss that. That's my favorite thing. Like, right now, I'm like, I'm in here by myself. I'd rather film with my friends. Okay, so you have that whole thing. Yeah, that's literally all that says. And the other thing too that is also not factored in is like I also buy all the paranormal gear. I might have said that already, but yeah, buy all the paranormal gear and all the cameras. And when that shit breaks, right, that's on me. And then just full discretion, if and when a video does like kind of go viral, because I think around 650,000 views is typically where I hit break even. If you do all the math on the expenses of locations and insurance and right, all that fun stuff, that's where it is. If we ever get a video that does actually do like decently well and it makes like a little bit of money, guess what I do with it? I buy footstep trackers that I've only used twice because I think it broke and there's no warranty. And I buy envoys and I try and make other ghost gear. And I'm sure there's more stuff and all the other ghost equipment is in the garage, right? And I buy Panasonics and the thermal imaging goggles we have are military grade. They're not like knockoff. They're like $3,000 military grade goggles because if we ever did capture anything, I wanted to be indisputable, right? That it was like authentic, like not like, it's malfunction. Anytime it ever happens, it goes back in the video. And the body cameras, and the vests, and the helmet, and the arm, and the 360. And also, the more cameras I have, the more expensive the editing gets because it's more work. Because, right? Again, same thing, more work, more pay. So, that's always been the balance on the Overnight channel. And I thought everything was fucking fine and dandy and good and cool and lovely and whatever. And then also, fun fact, that is why I did actually have to make the Patreon, because like I was like, oh, I'm actually going in the red in all these videos, and maybe in 3 years I maybe will break even. And genuinely, if any of you are a Patreon subscriber, thank you so much, because you really saved the fucking channel. I just want to actually express that. So thank you sincerely for that. And anyone who's ever joined even for like a month, thank you. And again, literally, if Patreon even also makes money, then it just goes right back into the videos. It's not even a fucking joke at all. That's it. Expenses, yep, got it. Talked about down to the T and everything. Okay. And with all that being said, and knowing how much he was making and my scenario and just whatever, like hopefully the video goes viral mentality, I was always trying to find ways for him to make more money or encouraging him to. I, for the life of me, begged him. Lily was like, hey dude, please make reaction videos. It's free money. I was like, I don't want to put him on the Overnight channel. It's just not super interesting to me. I spend so much time in editing, looking at the footage. It's just like, I don't want another thing to have to film and edit. Sometimes I miss uploads and I'm like, I already have enough. It'd be insane for me to add more. I was like, please do reaction videos. Everything's already paid for, right? There's no expenses. Like the video's already been edited. It's
Bro, for a reaction video, all you need is a camera, a mic, your body, the screen. YouTube. Yeah. Cool. It's kind of like free money.
literally, it's free. It's like fucking breathing air. It costs absolutely
What did
nothing.
I just
And
say?
I was like,
What did
you
I
want
just
to
say?
make more money. You're saying you're broke. You're saying you're this, you're that. Reaction videos. And if you look at the reaction videos that were recently filmed, guess where they were filmed? In this room. Guess on whose camera? On whose tripod? Guess. Mine. Because I was still setting it up for him to make it fucking easy for him to do it. And it was all there. It literally costs nothing. Yeah, like whoever you want to pay to edit it, but that's an easy one to edit too. So it's like, that was all there. And then whenever he wanted to make merch, I was like, yeah, fucking go for it. I'll help you. Sure, what do you want? Oh, he's like, I want to do this. Cool. Here, person, right, that. Oh, you're trying to do candles. Cool. Do you want my shipping person? Because your shit's breaking and it's glass and it's really heavy and I know how to save you a shit ton of money. I was always trying to fucking help. So I don't get it, but it's just like, the work wasn't there. It didn't make sense. Reaction videos blow my mind. Like how much, like if money was an issue, how much money was just sitting there is just crazy to me. Okay, and then we would do overnight merch. We would do like collab merch. Again, I apologize if this is getting so kind of financial.
And Corey, if money really was the issue, which tell me, I have a feeling it was not with you making 10,000 a week. If money was really an issue, not only could you do reaction videos, but hell, do BTS videos, right? Show yourself getting there, hanging out in the camper, filming, getting to the location, the travel to the location, all that stuff. Film that stuff. Make vlogs about it, bro. Right? I mean, I'm sure Elton would have had no problem with that. And people would love to see that. You know how many people would have loved to see all the BTS that goes into making these videos? Because all you see on the Overnight channel is them actually doing the investigation. So if you all you have to do is walk around with a camera, a little camera. It don't even got to be those big fancy ones that they carry over your shoulder and stuff. A little camera, walk around a little camera, do a little vlog with your silly little attitude that you do, and it would bang. I guarantee you it would bang. So yeah, you had multiple opportunities from what I could tell.
Financially shitty, but I just really want everyone to understand like what happened here. And then when you finally figure out how we ended it, it's gonna fucking punch you in your genitals, whatever you might have or not have. I don't know. So yeah, we do merch, right? We do like Ouija boards, we do posters, we do things like that. We'd split it 50-50, but guess who did all the work? right? I'm the one who had to find all the resources and ship it and buy it and supply it and hope we sell out. And if we don't, then I'm on the hook. When we did merch boxes for like contests, same thing. We would split the profits 50-50. But again, who had to do all the design?
Noting one thing here that I actually accidentally skipped, and I want to clear as possible about everything. Send It Society, the merch company I run, has been making items since 2017. We built a customer base of over 150,000 unique people via Warp Tour, marketing campaigns, etc. Effects beyond just my YouTube videos, and take immense pride in the community we built. We have all. I think that's a typo. We have always done merch drops for TFIL and overnight on our own. The Ghost Hunt contest merch drops were added occasionally. So Corey, oh, I'm super tired today. Holy crap. We're added occasionally so Corey could make more money. We already had an established community, so I had to find a way that would expand the new people to justify getting him a 50-50 split share. This also added more work on my plate since I had to coordinate with winners, flights, locations, etc. Okay, that's all. So basically, to me, what it sounds like is Elton did all the work. Corey didn't do anything. Corey still got paid an insane amount of money. Corey made it harder for Elton, made life harder for Elton. And now Corey's leaving and crying and bitching about not making enough money. I mean, if you think Corey's a victim here, might want to reconsider your thing.
And you had to do all the inventory and do all the shipping and returns and manage the team and everything like that. But guess what? I did it anyway. Why? Because we're friends and I wanted him to make money. Okay? I cared about him. He was my buddy. I was like, cool, I'll do some extra work, whatever. It's fun. I like making merch. I'm literally wearing one right now. You know? So it was like, it was what it was. Here's another fun thing. We tried making an app together. Some of you might have donated it. He wanted to hire his friend. His friend didn't know what he was doing and lied. Guess who paid his friend? Me. Guess who got sued? Me. Fun. Guess who never tried to help the guy getting sued out even though it was their fault? Not me. You get the picture, okay? Now, we go into Haunted Homies. Season 1. Big tour. Fun stuff. Same thing. Everything was split 50-50. I did everything. It was my motorhome. I planned.
Which really, it should, if you think about it, should be split 33, 33, 33 between you, Matt, and, well, I guess because at first it was, yeah, season 1 was just the two of them. Okay. Now I see.
And the tour, I paid for every location, I did every contract. I'm the one who hired Ginger and Jerry and Jenny and one more person who doesn't want to be named. She just like stays out of social media like limelight. I hired the camera crew, Kyle and Marty, right? I did all of it. I did absolutely everything. I managed everything. I paid for everyone. I did all of it, all the insurance, everything. Yet we still split it 50-50. Why? Because he's my friend. And I was like, well, we do this channel together. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. I was like, cool, we'll keep doing it. That's fun. Fun fact about that thing, I actually worked so hard on that fucking tour. I had an ulcer, didn't know it. It ruptured. I was throwing up blood. 20 minutes later, I was doing a meet and greet at Benson Grapes Mill in Utah. That's a fun thing. That's how hard I fucking was working on that thing because I wanted to make sure everyone had a great time. Okay? And
Oh, hell no.
And then
I'm sorry, but ain't no friend more important than my health.
then that's just whatever. Okay? Haunted Homies Season 2. We'll go to that one because again, this is going to be a thing where he's like, I didn't make that much money last year because you weren't factoring in the money that I legally didn't pay you, but was from me, fucker. Sorry, that one slipped through the fourth wall, okay? Because that was a personal one that I heard from very close friends of mine. Haunted Homies Season 2. Okay, I liked Haunted Homies Season 1. It was fun, it was paranormal, spooky locations, a lot of work. But his dream that he told me was to be on SNL. Saturday Night Live, sketch comedy. And I was like, cool. You want to do that? Trust me. Let's push Haunted Homies a little bit more fun comedy. Okay? Because one of our biggest episodes was like the prank one in Iowa. And I was like, people really liked it. It wasn't paranormal, had a little bit of it, but people really liked it. I promise you, if we push it comedy, 1, I think it'll work really well. 2, it'll open a lot of doors for you. People will see you not just like as a YouTuber ghost hunter, but as someone who is genuinely very, very funny and at the end of the day, you'll just get significantly better on stage. Okay? My idea. Also, 100 Homies Tour #1 was also my idea. But number 2, okay, that one comes around. I hit up Matt. I go, hey, what do you think about this? And he's like, cool, maybe. I have to figure it out. It took like 4 months, I think, maybe, to navigate that whole thing and get it all lined up. I do everything. Okay? Same thing. As far as what Corey and I got, right? Because take Matt out of it, Corey and I, equal. Equal on everything. But again, I was the one doing everything. You get the picture, okay? The only thing we asked him to do is to leave notes on videos for what he wanted to be verticals and what he wanted to be long form, and to do it, I don't know, within a reasonable time, which is, you know when the episodes are coming out. So leave notes at least a few days, if not ideally a week before the video is supposed to drop. We got to a point where like we couldn't get this dude to watch a single fucking video, and then an episode would drop, and days later he would ask for changes. But the editor had already been paid. The editor was already moving on to the next thing. And also the editor's a really good friend of ours. And he just started like taking advantage. And we're like, dude, this video was fucking sent to you like 6 weeks ago. And now you're asking for changes days after the video's been released on YouTube? Like, this doesn't make any, it was just purely disrespectful. And then he wasn't like posting clips anywhere. And again, this is all like contractually what he was obligated to do. There's an actual agreement that's in place that he was supposed to like do this and do that, because I kind of didn't want to do all the work again, and that didn't happen either. So you'll probably start seeing that like all of a sudden there's no clips and there's things like that. So again, I got screwed over, but again, he's my friend. I bit my tongue. I did all of the editing work. I did all the vertical notes. I actually ended up hiring someone else to help us post because he wasn't doing it. So again, more money out of my pocket. You get the picture, okay?
Wow.
We're on the last page. Wow,
That's crazy.
45 minutes. I thought I could do it in 30. I probably could have, but we're doing this as a one thing. So now you have an understanding of everything, okay? He had no workload whatsoever. We were barely filming in 2023 for overnight. Yes, TFIL.
Now I will say this right here is where I had to go like focus on work because we got busy. So anything from this moment forward in this video, I have not seen.
Did film, and some overnight videos were filmed during that TFIL trip. There was a 2-week trip, I think 15 days perfectly total in New Zealand, and then there was another 16 days for TFIL in the middle of the year. Okay, roughly also gets paid for that. There was only one video where I handed him $10,000 in cash, which I did not count towards money paid for him because that was
What did I say? I literally talked about that earlier.
a gift. But that was a gift to be a good friend, which is, looking back, what a fucking stupid thing for me to do, huh? The person was always taking advantage of me and complaining about money, and I guess it got to me, and I was like, all right, yeah, cool, here's all the money, because I think I got a brand deal. And that's what happened there. So that's a fun thing. You have the whole picture of everything. How I've been optimizing the schedule and the crew to compact things down, to make it more efficient, to film less time, so that way we wouldn't stay overnight in locations, and then I had to like kind of pick up the pieces and maybe upgrade our gear and our cameras to make the videos more interesting, because we had to try and film more in less time, because I still want you to have the best video you can possibly watch, and blah, blah, blah. And I kept adjusting and adapting and doing all this and picking up all the slack and doing everything I can and tagging him and promoting him, and anything he needed help with, I was there. January 4th, 2024, this year, we filmed Suicide Bridge, that video with Kelsey Davies, filmed that video. As of that night, my understanding, and everything we agreed to, was that we were going to do roughly 6 nights in Japan. You saw those videos. There's still more coming. 6 nights in Japan, 2 weeks, 12 to 14 nights in Europe, UK, Ireland, and France of filming, and then another 6 nights needed, right, in the USA to film. So 6, let's just call it 14. 26 total nights is all that was needed to film for overnight for the entirety of 2024, because I was going to do things in a different way. We were going to kind of do like locations with more parts and then take little breaks just in case editing schedules got messed up. I was trying to think about how can I be as consistent as possible. Okay, that's all we needed for 2024. I was even trying to do where we were going to do like March and April pretty quick together, and then wouldn't need to do any filming again until roughly October, because I knew I wanted more time at home, and I was like trying to optimize the schedule, and I'm going to try and do this new thing for TFIL, A to Z. So that's where we were at. That's all we needed to do, and we agreed to it. It was agreed to. It was locked in. I was actually waiting to book flights because I wanted to see if he wanted to stay longer in any location, to see if he wanted to have someone join him when the work stuff was over, so that way he could get like a paid vacation, save a lot of money on flights somewhere, and spend some quality time with someone in a really cool place. That was what I offered, and that was like what I was waiting for. January 4th rolls around, okay? A few days later, I head off to New Zealand. It's a 6-week trip. Traveled TFIL, planned. I have 40 subscribers with me the whole time. Here's the kicker. This dude has been what I thought my best friend for 6-7 years. As I already told you, was out my proposal. Spent a lot of my time with him, traveling, great memories, all these fantastic things. Not only was my friend, he was also like my work buddy, partner, comrade, whatever you want to call it. As far as Haunted Homies went and things like that, like we were partners. Best friend, work longevity.
Yeah.
And then somehow does, knowing everything what I believe is like the most disrespectful, petty, immature thing you could ever do. He doesn't FaceTime me. He doesn't call me. He doesn't send me a voice message. I'm gonna pull out my phone. I haven't read this since. He sends me a single text message. A single text message. It should be easy to find because we've had basically no exchanges since. He sends me a single text message, January 20th, 10:30 p.m. That'd be New Zealand time. After years and years and years of the overnight channel, and TFIL, and Haunted Homies, and just being friends in general and life events. And all he says is, "Hey man, just thought I'd let you know because this has been on my mind lately." Which is crazy because he just never said anything to me, and I saw him just not that long ago. "I'm gonna pull out from overnight and focus more on myself this year. The trips have been super fun. I'm just ready to figure out my own path." A text message. Not a conversation, not any.
If I don't recall, when he parted ways with past channels, isn't that basically the same type of dialogue he told them too, that he wanted to focus on himself? I think he even told one group that he wanted to quit paranormal to then turn around and go do paranormal with Elton.
Anything, pull out from overnight. Okay, and I say, all good. I figured it was happening with the more you were filming with blank and not contributing with Haunted Homies. And I said wild timing because I literally told Evan and Ginger last night that I expect to come home from New Zealand and have you cancel on all the overnight trips. I just had this feeling. Okay? I did. It was a true thing. If people that were on the Travel TFL trip know that actually the day before that I just expressed it. I was like, I had this feeling that he's gonna quit. I was like, I don't know what it is, but there's just something in me that's saying that. And sure enough, that's what he does through a fucking text message. Which
You send okay, to send a text message is really fucked because that's something you do if you're 17 and you're in a middle school relationship, high school relationship. You send a text and you go, "Look, I'm just not feeling this anymore. We need to break up." And then you block them and ghost them on everything. That's a high school bullshit, bro. High school bullshit. A relationship. That's what you do in a relationship. And really, doing it in a relationship is kind of fucked up too. But that's what they do, right? You're in middle school, you're in high school. The biggest thing is to send a text and be like, "Look, my schnookums, I'm not very feeling this anymore. I think we need to see other people. We're done."
which is okay. But then he never responded. He never said anything back. Nothing. He's avoided all mutual friends and events.
He ghosted him.
In fact, he's actually accused
high school petty behavior.
his old roommates of stealing shit that he left here because when he moved out, it's just been nothing but volatile, no response, no anything. And here's where I'm gonna take my personal side of it because genuinely that is the most fucked thing. Imagine actually dating someone for 7 years and giving them everything you had and nothing but the
Bro, I swear me and Elton are on the same wavelength. Come on now.
Best and always doing like whatever you possibly could to benefit them and their interest. And then they send you a text message as a way to quit, and then they don't, and then they ghost you.
Mm.
That's where I'll leave that, okay? But here's what really made me frustrated. He's never said anything at all about you. Any of the viewers, the supporters, the people that like made the overnight channel what it is, the people that made TFIL what it is, that made Haunted Homies what it is, the same people that he wants to watch on his own videos, that he has said nothing at all about you. Not like, hey, do you want to do like a final video? You know what I mean? Not like hey, we should do like a farewell video, or what do you think about this? Should we address it? Like, nothing at all has ever been expressed about the people that watch this channel as early as I think 2021. I could be slightly off on what happened with like filming versus posting. Been watching the channel for years. Didn't give a fuck about you at all. Nothing. Mind you, this was sent January 28th. January 28th. Think about how long this has been. With no response and avoidance of seeing me. Okay? For the record, beyond the text, I have also emailed him to be like, hey, right? Because even though he broke contract on Haunted Homies, I still paid him for Haunted Homies. And was like, hey, dude, here's a lot of money that I owe, blah, blah, blah. No response there either.
Wow.
Nothing whatsoever has ever been expressed about, wow, yeah, let's make like a final video, or let's explain it, or if you don't want to do a ghost hunt again. Here's the other thing too. Remember that Warren charity event that we did? People donated $2,500 each to do a charity ghost hunt with Corey and I. Didn't give a fuck about that either. It wasn't like, oh yeah, cool, let's still do the charity event. No. Instead, I had to go and email everyone and go, hey, I gotta give you full discretion. They knew first. Corey won't be there. He's given me no response, no communication, nothing about this, isn't a part of it. So you paid $2,500 to investigate with the two of us. I'll give you a choice, because I feel like it's the right thing to do. If you were only there for Corey, then I can give you a full refund. If you were there half for Corey, I can give you half, right? And some people ask for refunds, but I can't like go to the charity and be like, hey, can you give me the money back? So I had to fucking front the money, right, to cover that too. But again, do you understand, like, no respect, no regard for anyone whatsoever at all in any capacity. It was a fucking charity event where, like, literally he didn't have to do anything and basically didn't at all. Actually did negative things, and then also bails out of the charity obligation that he had and did negative things there as well. So it's just like, it's just insane to me. Like, I cannot fathom under any circumstance how this can be justified.
Wow.
I can't. And the thing is, that's a lie. I can. I probably know exactly why this happened, but he's an adult responsible for his own actions and his own choices and his own words spoken. So regardless of whatever other influence there may be, he's an adult. And this is what he chose to do. And that, at the end of the day, is why, yeah. I'm just making sure there's nothing else. What's knocking? What's knocking? What haunted thing's trying to get out? I'm in the room with all the haunted items.
I heard that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like super not happy about it, and I'm sure. And again, I feel like if I would have just made a video and just been like, oh, I quit through text, that's why I'm so upset, it wouldn't have made any sense. You'd just been like, all right, whatever, there must be something missing. I promise you, all my life, everything I said is 1,000,000% true. All of it. I did literally everything. Anyone that's ever been on my trips or been on Haunted Homies tours like the original one or travel with TFL New Zealand, any of my crew, any of my friends know that I fucking work my ass off. And sometimes I'm a little difficult, for sure, but it's only because I want the best for everyone. That's it. Sometimes I'm just a little stern with things, but it's because I want the best for everyone that's there. And at the end of the day, I also want the best for what you're going to watch. Because I cannot stress this enough. And I don't know if this is just like a weird thing with me, but I value time so heavily. So the fact that like y'all are choosing to spend even a minute of your life, your lifetime, your, you know, not infinite resource of time with me, I want to make sure that you're getting the absolute best thing I can give you, the best entertainment, the best video, whatever it is, the most meaningful, the well edited, well colored, sound effects, all the different evidence. Like, that's what I care about. Like, I don't go out to film these videos to just be like, well, we're just giving them something shitty. No. I'm always looking for like, who can we reach out to and do this with, and what crazy idea, and what government can we get permission from, because I want to make sure that you guys are getting the coolest thing you can possibly get. And just now that you know all that, and you know everything that's in the past, you know that it's always been my work ethic that has pushed these videos forward. And yeah, for sure, again, not forgetting, he was my best friend for 7 fucking years. Okay? Him and Evan tied. Evan, I love you. Okay? No more. I loved filming with him. He was fucking hilarious. Funny dude. I believed in him. Again, haunted homies. Fucking, we did a tour with Matt Rife. Even if he's not our friend, one of the biggest comedians in the world. All those different things. To accelerate him. If you want to do sketches, all you're like, sure, you want to do this? Sure. Okay, all this stuff. He's not in the videos anymore. It sucks, for sure. But from the bottom of my fucking heart, I hope that you can understand that, like, I am always going to give you... Well, my computer just went to sleep and I thought it was a demon. I'm always going to give you, like, everything that I can.
Yeah.
I promise you, I will. There's still more videos from Japan. Overnight is filming with Patty and Linda very soon. Going out to Europe, UK, Ireland, Central US, all those videos I told you about that we were going to do with him, we're still doing, plus a few more actually, because I'm not worried about someone getting too scared or backing out. Now we can just go to any location we want anywhere in the world, and like I know we'll just sleep on the fucking dirt if we need to, because the whole team is like all about it and no one's going to back out for sure.
Yep.
So I'm going to look at this half glass full and say that I think like the videos may very well end up being better than ever before. It's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for me just adapting and trying to, you know, less people and different workflows, personalities, things like that. But I'm going to give you everything I can. That goes for TFIL. A lot of cool stuff coming for TFIL as well. I'm really proud of. I'm traveling to every country in the world, alphabetical order, A to Z. With Ginger, we're getting married in 2.5 weeks. You know, we filmed Afghanistan, Albania, Angola, Algeria. Like, it's so funny. I can feel my body just like going like, because I finally vocalized it out loud, other than in the car in Japan after night 3 Suicide Forest. So, yeah, it's a long video, but hey, this is a channel that makes fucking super long videos. So I figured y'all would be cool with a long explanation. And again, if you've spent tens, if not hundreds of hours of your life watching every video we've made, I feel like you need to just know the big picture. I apologize if I overshared things that you maybe don't care about, but I just feel like it's extremely, extremely important.
It's all important.
Yeah, it's super crazy. Because now I'm coming to terms with it. Because now I know, like, now that this video is out, like, all of you will know there's no coming back from this. And just for the record, even if, like, I got a text a minute after this video came out, it wouldn't change anything. Because blessing in disguise, because of this, I genuinely reached out to a bunch of people that I was told this and this and this about, and I was like, hey, is this a real thing? Like, no. And some other people I was like, hey, I'm so sorry that I never even like tried to take your side of the story. I just believed that this is a real thing that you did or said. And I know you better, and I shouldn't have, but I trusted so-and-so. So, yeah, in the past few months, I feel like it's also helped me kind of try to mend some relationships, some friendships, some people that I care about. But, yeah, so for sure, 1000%, no questions asked. He will never be a part of anything I ever do ever again. anything that was filmed that he was still in, right? He'll still get tagged in. Old Haunted Homies clips, he'll still get tagged in. There's actually only one YouTube video left that he's in, which was something we filmed a very long time ago at Chernobyl that we held on to, and then the war and confusion, but eventually we're going to drop that soon, so he'll be in that. Other than that, nothing else.
That's it.
Forever and always. That's it. I don't care. He exhausted everything in me. Everything. And I just could never rationally ever be like, I'm willing to give him more of my time or energy or effort or positivity or anything like that. I would much rather focus.
I don't blame him, because when it's somebody who's like that, who just drains you, bro, tries to bring you down, it's mentally tiring, right? And it's not something you should do. You should have to deal with again. And when someone's like that, you need to just block them out your life.
That on the people that I genuinely know do care and contribute and match my work ethic, and if they see me struggling with something, they help. If they see me struggling to carry fucking 20 chairs up a staircase to set up a Haunted Homies podcast in an abandoned building, they help instead of just staying on their phone and pretending as if they don't see anything going on around them. Okay? If they know that their friends and their roommates are editing their fucking asses off, working on their videos that they're in, that they're going to get tagged in, that go towards their career, they're going to help. Those are the people I want to be around. And I'm too old now. And that's it. So, wow, an hour and 3 minutes. I wonder if I should just like make it like another like 3 minutes. Let's do that. You know, you're here. Let's just make it another 3 minutes, because then it'll be 66 minutes and 6 seconds. And then I'm gonna click record right then and there. That's my dog outside. So, thank you guys for being here. I hope that the Overnight Channel doesn't take like a super huge blow viewership wise because of this, but if it does, it does. At the end of the day, I like making the videos. They're super fun. Yep. Excited for like what we have planned, and like genuinely it's kind of cool because now like I know Jerry and Evan and Ginger or whoever else joins are like 100% down for any ridiculous idea I have. They've all been like, yeah, we'll do anything. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we trust you. We'll go.
Again, I say, Elton, I'm 100% on board for whatever you want to do. And I'm not one to back out. So, like, if you need another person, let's do it, bro. Like, I'll do Overnight, Haunted Homies, TFIL. I will jump out of an airplane, bro. I don't care. Let's do it, bro. You might need to push me a little bit because I have a fear, but like keep pushing me. But like push me and let's do it, bro. I will give up my life this minute to come and live the dream life with you.
Let's do it. That's what the channel is. The channel is literally Overnight. Welcome to Overnight Channel, dedicated to finding proof of the paranormal. Dedicated to finding proof of the paranormal. It's like the whole channel. So like they all get it, and it's also Overnight, so they also get it. So I feel like we'll get to do some really, really cool things that I think you'll be stoked to see. And we'll keep making these videos. We'll keep putting extended cuts on Patreon, and hopefully YouTube doesn't keep demonetizing random videos of ours. That sucks. It's very annoying. And Haunted Homies is continuing. Yeah, we already filmed season 3, episode 1 with Matt, Josh Wolf, and Michael Blaustein. We have the next episode with Trevor Wallace and Morgan J. Tickets will be on sale, I think, actually like an hour before this video comes out, because I'm just going to unplug the SD card and put it in. So Haunted Homies is going to keep going. Matt will jump in when he can. He's got his tour schedule, but he's not like parting ways. So he'll just be there when he's available, because we film it in LA now. So, yeah, I don't know. Fun stuff. Just going to keep pushing towards the dream and making cool things and hanging out with y'all, and that's it. That sucks.
Jeez.
It's crazy. I'm gonna read that one more time. It was such a... The trips have been super fun. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's cool. Trips all over the world, fully paid for. Everything. Yeah, you can't just like spend a few more nights with your friend doing the thing that you say you love so much. Doesn't make any sense to me. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.
Wow, that's insane. Mm. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you turn on post notifications. And I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.